It's a crafty trend that is growing in popularity. We see them on our social media feeds, and many are even having girls' nights to make them. We are talking about painted candles, from tapered candles to pillars. This art form is a fun way to create candles that match your home decor. My first guest, this is not just a trend, this is her business. Alex Ford is here to give us all the details on these amazing candles. Welcome to Studio 5, Alex.
Hi, thank you for having me.
We are thrilled because let's just take a moment to look at this amazing, let's just call it artwork. Let's call it what it is. It's artwork. The details, I was telling you before, I've actually tried this for a girls' night.
Yes.
Mine did not look like this. I think, spoiler alert, she's making this look way easier than it is, but you're telling me it's doable.
It is very doable. I mean, I am not a natural artist. I started doing this when I started having kids, and I was like, I want something to be able to do when I am at home with my kids. And so I started sewing and then painting, and I found a love for painting on candles, and it's just kind of blossomed into what it is.
Not maybe like your typical medium when it comes to art, but the impact of these candles is stunning. You're gonna give us a few tips. What are some easy ones to start out with if we're struggling to paint a heart on a candle like myself? What are the easy tips? Where do we start?
The first thing is prepping your candle, because acrylic does not naturally stick to the candles. You have to get a little bit of that waxiness off the candles, and you do that with alcohol.
Okay, so something easy we already have in our home.
Yes, rubbing alcohol, candles, you just grab it, put just a little bit on, and just rub it down. You don't have to it's not like anything crazy.
Yeah.
Just rub the candle so that all that waxiness is kind of off. Mm-hmm. And then your candle is ready to go.
Okay.
I use acrylic.
Okay, I was gonna say, some people use wax.
Yes.
Why do we wanna use acrylic instead of wax?
Wax is a lot harder to work with because it has to stay hot the entire time you're using it. It's translucent, so it doesn't really show up as well on a candle. And
this is the easier way.
Yes.
Okay, well,
yes,
that's all I needed. Yeah, that's all I needed for my answer. Yes. Okay, so we have our acrylic paint. We've prepped our candle. What's next?
Then we put them into some sort of thing. My favorite thing is to use a Pop-It to put all of my paint in.
Who doesn't have a million of these hanging out?
Right? I stole one from my kids, and I was like, yeah, I need your Pop-It, because it keeps it so that you're not using a ton of paint. It's very simple, and when it is dry, it literally pops right out.
Woo!
And easy cleanup.
So I don't know if, let's have the camera see that more type. It just popped right out of the middle.
All of these just pop right out.
Easy cleanup.
Easy cleanup, and then you are good to go.
Well, there's your painter's guide for today.
Yes.
Painter tip. Okay, so if we're going to start doing this, we've got all of our supplies, our candles are prepped. Is it time?
Oh, it is time.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Well, she said she's gonna train me.
Yes.
In the nicest way. She's giving me the small paintbrush so that I can have the easiest time maneuvering this paint.
The small paintbrush is usually what you want to use. The smaller the paintbrush, the more detail you're going to be able to add. I'm going to be using a bigger paintbrush so that you can actually see what I'm doing.
Thank you.
So we're first going to start with a red, and that's going to be where we're going to make petals. And petals are very easy. You start with the tip.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it this way so that you guys can see. You start with the tip and just kind of blossom it out.
Oh.
Make it.
We're blossoming.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you can do as many petals as you would like. I usually do about 5 or 6. And just kind of work your way all the way around. I always start from the top and work my way down, because I feel like the top of the candle is where you want to have the best layout, the best detail. You can kind of fudge at the bottom because it's going into a candlestick.
Okay.
And most people see the top of a candle instead of the bottom.
My concentration face is my mouth open. So I'm trying so hard to give a really good flower and not have my mouth open on television. Okay, I'm not saying this is great, but it's not bad.
It's not, that is great. See, look at that. You've created a beautiful flower.
Okay, what's next?
And then once we do, you're gonna clean off your brush.
Next to ours, okay, yeah, okay. Yep,
and we're gonna grab the green. Now the green, we're gonna create some leaves. For the leaves, I like to start with the tip. You push it, and then kind of taper out. So you're gonna start here, push out and then taper so that it kind of makes,
It's like the pressure of the
yes,
brush.
the pressure of the brush makes some really pretty flowers and leaves.
Mine has a very thick leaf.
And that's okay. All leaves are different sizes, so you kind of want to do it that
Thank you
way.
for saying that. Yes, yes. And how many leaves are you doing? You're doing
I
two.
usually do 2, and
Okay.
you can do it in a bunch of different ways. You can do it this way, or if you would like, you can add like a stem
Oh, okay. Maybe I
and
need a
then
stem.
make leaves coming off the stem. This is
Okay.
really challenging for me because normally I'm facing,
Oh, listen.
it's facing me.
Now you know how
So-
the rest of us mere peasants feel when we're trying to paint these.
But when we want to do it, I'm gonna actually paint a really pretty leaf just so you guys can.
Great. What about the middle? Do you fill the middle? Like where
Yes.
do you fill it with yellow? What do
Yes,
you do?
so I'm going to fill it with yellow.
Okay.
Grab it right there.
Okay, you have some other colors too. Tell me also about, these are really great for like seasonal transitionings. Like what are you transitioning out when you're in your candles for different holidays? Like tell me.
Yes, I absolutely love painting for different holidays. So I have done Halloween candles, I've done Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day. These ones right here are Valentine's Day ones that I have created.
Oh, the bows that are having
Yes.
a moment. Yes.
Those ones were so popular this Valentine's Day. And then you can move on to when you're painting candles, painting on different mediums and having fun with it.
Yes, tell us about, you're telling us you have other mediums.
Yes.
Are you, I heard something about a cutting board?
Yes, so I love to paint charcuterie boards, and I'm painting on candles and bunnies and eggs. And these florals, once you kind of master your style of florals, it's just kind of fun to try different things and see where your talent is, because I tried paper and I realized that there was so many beautiful artists out there, and that was not going to be where I thrived. And so I started painting on candles and realized that this is somewhere that really brings me happiness and joy, and also is a market that is not super like saturated yet.
Yes, they are gorgeous. It's not as hard as I thought. I
No.
think it's going to take some more practice. I think that the technique that you shared is truly what it makes to make a good art
Yes.
piece. So it's all about the technique. Thank you so much for sharing us about all these awesome things. Where can we follow along with you? Where can we keep up with you online?
On Instagram at Gal Pal Paints, and just follow along and have some fun with me.
Gal Pal Paints, you can bet I'm taking a follow to that account. So fun, Alex. Thank you so much.